Hi, lovelies. I'm Ariel, and this is Maven Unmasked. And today I wanted to talk about self-love and being alone. I think that being alone is something that we inherently struggle with as human beings, and I think in particularly for women. Um, I believe that we as women a lot of times seek outside validation, that we're doing a good job, or looking at for our happiness in others, and being alone is a scary thing, being, by yourself. It's very intimidating. And a lot of times we use other people in our life as a distraction from, the feelings and the loneliness and depression that can come from being alone. But I did want to say one thing, though. You can have a whole bunch of people around you and still be lonely, dear. You can have a whole bunch of people around you and still be lonely. And you can also be alone and not lonely. Okay? But I wanted to do a reading for us. I know that being alone is something that I struggle with oftentimes. And, that feeling of insecurity, that's a lot of root chakra stuff. Root chakra, if you don't know, I will be hoping to do some chakra videos. But it's all about your safety and security. It's a brilliant, brilliant, or deep, deep red. And that's what being alone kind of ties into is, are you feeling safe and secure? And do you trust yourself? Like, are you really okay with just being with you and getting to know yourself? That's oftentimes what being alone is about, getting to know yourself. Like the Hermit. Like for me, for example, right now I'm in a personal year 9, which is the Hermit, and 2016 is a 9 year, which is also the year of the Hermit in Tarot. And that's all about introspection and being like the monk and going into the cave and, learning about yourself and about the world and about, wisdom without outside influences. Truly, what is your opinion and how do you feel? So I wanted to draw some cards from 2 decks, just for a message for us about being alone, dealing with being alone, working through that, moving through that, and what being alone can do for us. I think a lot of us will probably do our best work when we're alone. Oh, that was fast. I want one more. Here's a message for us about being alone. What do we need to know about self-love and being alone? Oh. Okay, so there's 2. The first one is dream a beautiful dream. Dream a beautiful dream. So to me, this is about being fully present and being consciousness and tapping in to that collective unconscious. And, what is it that you wish for? Really taking the opportunity when you're alone to use your imagination and think of all the wonderful things you want to do with your life, all of the wonderful things that you currently can do while being alone. You don't need somebody else to do it with. Dream a big and beautiful dream, lovelies. Where do you want to go? What do you want to say? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be with? Who do you want to be? Who are you? Live the life that you've always imagined, fully and creatively. It's out there waiting for you. But if you're so busy distracting yourself with other people and helping them fulfill your dreams, what happens to yours? And I think that brings us to the second card, which is receiving. You cannot receive what you need for you if you're so busy focusing on somebody else. Sometimes you just need to receive for yourself. And I look at this image and I feel like this woman is just drinking from a cup full of spirit and it's breathing new life into her. But she's not going to be able to receive that if she's constantly focused on giving to somebody else and what they're doing and what they're receiving. Taking the time alone to receive for you. And when you, get that receiving, when you listen to the universe and integrate it and everything it wants for you inside of you, it can help you to dream an even more beautiful and even bigger and bolder, beautiful dream. I also feel this is about co-creation. Co-creating, not in the sense of, with a physical person, but co-creating your dream with spirit and with, your ancestors and your guides. How can you work with them to create and dream a beautiful dream? Okay? You are never truly alone. Your ancestors, your guides, your, spirit is always with you. So no, you are never truly alone. The gift of your big and beautiful dream is open for you, but only if you're willing to receive it. If you're holding on and keeping your fists closed, holding on to other people or regrets or anything, you can't have them open to receive the blessings and abundance. And just one more message for us about being alone and self-love and how we can work through being alone. There's one. And there's the other. I have to finish my shuffle, I'm sorry. Okay. The first one that popped out is clear endeavor. Clear endeavor. And to me, this means, you want to dream a beautiful dream, but you have to be clear on what that is, and being alone, you really have the time to figure that out and what your endeavor, what you want it to be, what it should be, and how to go about getting it. How are you going to climb that mountain? What supplies are you going to bring with you? What tools do you have in your basket that you can use? Really make a way for yourself. Take the time and get clear on what it is you want to do and how you can achieve it. The second card is contemplation. And I really like the fact that this card has lions and butterflies. I don't know if you can see. But contemplation takes strength. The strength of the lion, that inner strength to really look at things and look at them from different angles and things you may not really want to look at. And the butterfly is also a symbol of transformation. When you contemplate, you can transform. Being alone gives you that time to contemplate. It makes you bring out your inner strength. And it's hard. It's difficult. It really is. At least for me it is. But you have to stay strong. You have to keep the faith. You have to work with your guides. They are there, your angels. They are there to help and support you. The universe, God, the goddess, they are there to support you. But really contemplate on, where you've been, the wisdom that you've gained on this journey, and the things that you can do once you really have the time to just focus on you. A lot can be accomplished. And I love how clear endeavor, contemplation, and receiving all lead to you living your big and beautiful dream. Your big and beautiful dream. But you just have to listen. You really have to listen and be willing to do the work, because it's not easy work. But it's okay to be alone. It really is. Take the time to work on yourself, to work on where you want to go in your life, what you want to do, what you want to see, and again, who you want to be and who you want to surround yourself with. Maybe you're in the state of being alone because the people you were surrounding yourself with didn't really love you or really truly care about you. They were so worried about themselves, and you were giving to them and they were giving to them, and nobody was giving to you. You were not receiving. You weren't receiving, but receive. Take the time alone to heal and nurture yourself and your soul, and receive, my loves. Dream that big, beautiful dream. I'm Ariel, and this has been Maven Unmasked. Bye, lovelies.